Let's create a class. First, open QClick like you normally would. Make sure the Quiz Genius tab from the QClick menu is selected. Then click on the Class tab at the top left of the toolbar. The Class Settings window will appear. You will be able to see a sample class with a list of student names, ID numbers, and group numbers. The ID number, which is much like a Social Security number, is unique to each student and it cannot be duplicated. You can enter first and last names. In addition, you can create group numbers for group assignments. Once you have generated a class, you will see it in the drop-down menu. In order to create a new class, click on Edit. The user login window will appear. Use Como as both the username and password. Then press Login. In the Edit Class window, you can add a class, delete a class, or rename a class. In this case, I'm going to call our class Mac Training. Then click Add. The Student Settings window will appear. Here you will select to either add new students, use existing students, or import new students for your new class. We are going to select Add New Students and click OK. The Student Profile window will populate. This is where you can enter in the student information. All that you need to type in is a student ID and a student name. Remember, the student ID is unique to the student. In this case, our ID number will be 3000. And the student name will be Jane Doe. Fill in any other information that you would find appropriate or necessary. Once you have finished with the student information, click Save, and you should be able to see that student's name on the table to the right of the window. You can continue to add students to the class. If you need to modify or delete a student's information from the class, you can do so by selecting their name from the right table and selecting either Modify or Delete from the options on the top of the window. After you have entered all of your students' information, click the Close icon at the top of the window. You will then be able to see your created class from the Class Name drop-down menu. The Subject Name option will allow you further to organize your classes. In order to create a subject name, click Edit. The Edit Subject window will appear. Here you can add, delete, or rename your subjects. In this case, our subject will be Mac Training, and then click Add. And close the window. You will see the subject now appears on the screen. You can further distinguish your class by selecting an appropriate teacher name. In order to do this, click Edit. In the Edit Teacher window, type in the teacher's name and fill in the appropriate information. Then click Add. And close the window. Please note, setup will only need to be done anytime you have a new class. Once you have your class name, subject name, and teacher name selected, click OK at the bottom of the window. This will load your class, and you can check this by looking at the class icon on the QClick toolbar. You will see the word class is now in green. Please watch our next video on how to create a QClick editor exam.